Hi, everyone. I am April Blackford, and I am a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. And today we are going to have a fun little topic, top top three signs that your gut health might need attention. First, I want to make the announcement for those of y'all out there that needs to hear it that we officially only have 51 days until spring. Not that I'm counting, but I'm just saying I am so done with this winter weather. But that being said, North Carolina has gotten snow twice in the last week, and anyone that lives in North Carolina or near North Carolina knows that when it snows, everything shuts down. So, which is annoying. But anyway, uh, with that being said, only 51 days until spring for anyone that needs to hear that. But today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the top three signs that your gut health might need attention. Um, do you tend to, like, are you feeling bloated, tired, or struggling with your skin and hormones? If so, then your gut might be trying to tell you something. Today, I'm going to share the top three signs that your gut health may need attention and what you can do about it today. So, small actionable steps to what you can actually do to address it today. Um, why does gut health matter? Our gut is basically the foundation of our health. It can impact digestion, immunity, our mood, energy levels, and even our skin. I always say, and I'll see people in public that might have skin issues, and my first thought is, I really need to fix their gut because our skin is a direct reflection as to our gut health. So when our gut is unhealthy, it doesn't just affect one area, it can actually create a domino effect. So again, for those of you new here, I am April Blackford, a functional nutrition practitioner, and I specialize in helping women balance their hormones and heal their gut while breaking through weight loss resistance and finally feeling like themselves again. Sometimes we can kind of feel like, we are a visitor in our own body. Like I just don't feel like myself. And I take pride into helping women feel like themselves again. So today I'm going to cover, like I said, the top three signs of poor gut health and why it can happen, and a few practical tips that can help you start feeling better today. Um, so sign one. So the first sign that you might need attention would be persistent digestive issues. I mean, this is kind of a little bit of an obvious one, but persistent digestive issues. Do you tend to experience symptoms like bloating after meals, gas or excessive burping, constipation, diarrhea, or alternating between the two, or just one or the other? Oftentimes feeling full and uncomfortable after eating even smaller meals. Those are all signs. What's happening in your gut? These symptoms often point to issues like poor digestion, low stomach acid, or imbalance in gut bacteria, which is also called dysbiosis. Your gut isn't breaking down food properly, and that in turn can lead to inflammation and discomfort. So, some of the most common causes of this, um, and these are just common causes or just common everyday things. So poor food choices, things like processed foods, sugar, or artificial sweeteners, can trigger this. Stress. I really cannot emphasize stress more than I do. I have been doing this a long time, and stress is almost always the root cause of pretty much all metabolic chaos within the body. Just about almost all of it, but stress. So when you're stressed, our body diverts energy away from digestion and in turn slows everything down. Um, I do want to give a little fun fact and just trends. I'm all about trends data, that kind of thing. And I've worked with a lot of people in the past, and I have seen a pretty significant connection with people who tend to have high anxiety or just stressors, like, I'm just a stressor. Those people almost always have gut issues. So it's not a coincidence. I just want to put that out there. Um, And also another common cause would be food sensitivities. These are often hidden, but can cause chronic digestive distress and also contribute to inflammation. Now, what are some quick actionable steps that we can take? The first thing would be start a food journal and track patterns and symptoms to try to pinpoint triggers. Eat mindfully. This sounds easy. It sounds simple and easy, but it works. So eat mindfully, chew your food thoroughly, and avoid eating on the go. We live in a busy world now, and we are always trying to multitask. We're always trying to do five things at once, and eating is one of them. We don't have time to eat lunch or we don't have time to eat breakfast, so we're going to do it on the go, or we're going to work and do it at the same time. It's so, so important that our body is in a state of rest. So we are in a parasympathetic state when we are trying to consume food so that we are in an optimal place to actually digest it. So eating mindfully just makes a big, big difference. Also, another thing, a simple thing is you could try adding in a digestive enzyme or drink warm lemon water before meals, which actually helps stimulate digestion. Um, a fun fact though is that you want to avoid drinking large quantities of water with your meals, because if you do have an issue with low stomach acid, then water can actually dilute that down and make it worse. So try drinking, other than sips with meals, try drinking the majority of your hydration outside of your meal times. Sign two would be low energy or brain fog. And I mean, I can attest to those. So some of the symptoms that you would be looking for would be feeling exhausted even after 8 or more hours of sleep. So let's say you're getting, 7 to 8 plus hours of sleep and you're like, "Oh, I just feel tired. Like, why do I feel so tired?" Trouble concentrating, having memory lapses, or feeling like you're in a haze or a brain fog. Those are like obvious signs. So what's happening within your gut with this? So our gut plays a big role in energy production. So when it's out of balance, it can absorb essential nutrients like B vitamins, magnesium, iron, all of which these can lead to fatigue. So you may be eating super, super healthy, or, you think you're eating healthy, or you think you're eating all those foods, that pack all those B vitamins to give you energy. But if you've got some underlying issues within the gut, then you may not be absorbing those nutrients properly. Um, Gut inflammation also sends stress signals to our brain, which can cause brain fog and make us feel mentally drained at times. So, if you're feeling mentally drained or just feel like you kind of have a haze, then it may be a sign that you might need to, look a little bit deeper. So some of the causes here would be, can I say it again? Stress, chronic stress. Stress weakens the gut lining, which in turn can allow toxins to leak into the bloodstream, which can in turn trigger inflammation and more fatigue. Poor nutrient absorption due to inflammation or gut dysbiosis. So, some quick actionable steps that you can take today. So, focus on nutrient dense foods, leafy greens, high quality proteins, and healthy fats. That's the first thing. Avoid sugar and caffeine crashes by eating balanced meals with protein, fat, and fiber. So if you've watched any of my lives before, I'm always harping about balanced eating, making sure you have a base of protein, you have, at least 2 servings of veggies, which is the fiber source, and you have a healthy fat to pair, along with, like the complex carbs or starchy carb sources. Another thing would be to incorporate probiotics and prebiotic rich foods. So things like sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, and raw yogurt for some people. You also could add in a probiotic supplement. Just be careful with doing that, because certain ones, depending on what your symptoms are, certain probiotics would support certain things versus others. So just kind of keep in mind about that. But I will say I've worked with a lot of people in the past that something as simple as chewing their food properly, increasing their hydration intake, and adding a probiotic can be life changing for them. Um, so sign three. So the third sign would be that you're having skin issues or hormone imbalances. So some of the symptoms that you're looking out for here would be if you're experiencing acne and eczema, rosacea, and or dry patches of skin. If you're experiencing irregular menstrual cycles, PMS, like your PMS is kind of increased, or intense perimenopausal symptoms like hot flashes and mood swings. Um, if you're experiencing weight loss resistance, especially around the belly, kind of especially, I hear that a lot. Whereas, it just seems like I've just gained weight all in the midsection. Like those are all could be signs, all signs and symptoms to look out for that is associated with specifically with hormonal imbalances. So what would be happening within the gut here? So your gut and skin are directly connected through the gut skin axis. If your gut's inflamed or you're not eliminating toxins properly, it's going to show up on your skin. Our gut also plays a role in regulating hormones. So, an unhealthy gut can lead to estrogen dominance or other hormonal imbalances that, in turn, can cause PMS, mood swings, and that stubborn weight gain. Some of the common causes: toxin buildup. If your liver and gut can't process excess hormones or toxins, then they're going to circulate within the body, which in turn is going to affect our skin and hormone levels. Also, gut bacteria imbalances can disrupt estrogen and progesterone balance. Um, some quick actionable steps here. You can focus on fiber-rich foods like flaxseed and chia seed to support elimination. So fiber actually can help bind and remove toxins from the body. Kind of similar to the recommendation for, like, if you got high cholesterol, one thing that you can do to support high cholesterol is to increase fiber. So focusing on fiber-rich foods can actually help support elimination and detoxification within the body. Also, you could add in anti-inflammatory foods like wild salmon, turmeric, and dark leafy greens, because those will actually not only help support the elimination, but also help support bring down overall inflammation. Another thing you could consider doing is seed cycling to support hormone balance. Um, I did a Facebook Live, or I did a live, it's been a couple of months ago, about seed cycling, and it actually ended up being super, super popular. But if you're experiencing hormone imbalances, or you notice that each year, your PMS gets worse, or your menstrual cycles get heavier, or just more painful, more cramping, things like that. And that things just are not right, or they're just not like they used to. Something as simple as seed cycling can actually help tremendously. And that is basically where you eat flax and pumpkin seeds in the first half of your cycle, and then sunflower and sesame seeds in the second half of your cycle. So flax and pumpkin seeds actually help support estrogen, and sunflower and sesame support progesterone. Now, if you are already in menopause and you're like, well, how can I do seed cycling? If I don't have a cycle, but I might still be experiencing some of these symptoms. You actually can still seed cycle and just do it based off of the full moon phase instead. So, if you're experiencing persistent digestive issues, fatigue, brain fog, or skin and hormone issues, it might be time to give your gut a little bit of extra attention. Gut health is not a one size fits all solution. So what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So if these signs resonate with you, let's uncover the root cause and get you feeling your best. Um, you can book a free discovery call with me today, and we can chat how my wellness reboot blueprint could help you regain your health and energy. Um, so, which of these signs do you relate to the most? Drop a comment or shoot me a message. I'd love to chat with you more. Um, Hopefully this has helped y'all, and I will see you next week.